This is Team XL Force coming with a vampire deck profile today by my friend Jonah. He went 2-2 in tournament tonight. It wasn't a really good night for tournament, but let's get on to the deck profile, shall we?
Hi. I'm about to show you my vampire deck and how you run it and what cards I use. So we're gonna start off with my Vampire Graces. Basically, what they do is once per turn you can send a card, any type of card from your opponent's deck to the graveyard. And also, if you special summon a vampire monster to your side of the field, you can pay, and she's in your graveyard, you can pay 2,000 life points to resummon her to the field. So it's really handy if you like go into an Exceed monster or such. So that's what Grace does, and now it's onward to the rest of the monsters. I run 2 Shadow Vampires. Basically, what he does is when he's normal summoned, you can special summon one Vampire Dark monster from your hand or deck to the field. But if you do this for the rest of your turn, you have to only attack with the monster you special summoned. And also, Shadow Vampire can only be used on Dark Exceeds, such as Crimson Knight Vampire Bram or Shadow Vampire. What?
Your elbows are moving the table.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's cool.
Okay, so we're done with Shadow Vampire. So the next card I'm going to show you is I run 3 of them, and it is Vampire Lord. What he does is again, when he deals damage to your opponent, you send a card from your deck to the grave. And then also, if he's destroyed by your opponent's card effect, your next standby phase after he's destroyed, you get him back to the field. So he's good for exceeding and ditching stuff to the grave like vampires do. So next is Vampire Duke. Duke has 2 abilities. One, when he's normal summoned, you can special summon another vampire from your graveyard in face-up defense position. And also, when he's summoned if he's special summoned, you can send a card from your opponent's deck to the grave. So he's good if you want to exceed really fast or send something to the grave so you can pop something or other. So next is I run 2 of them, and he's called Vampire Sorcerer. He's basically a Rhoda for vampires, because when he gets destroyed, he can allow you to grab a dark vampire monster of any level, or a vampire spell or trap like vampire takeover their fields or their field to Vampire Kingdom. So and also when he's in your graveyard, you can remove him to summon 1 vampire during the turn you remove from play without tributes. So he's really good if you want to get Shadow out really fast or Duke. So next we have, and I run 3 of them, Vampire Lady. She's exactly like Vampire Lord in a way, except she sends a card from your deck to the grave, your opponent's deck to the grave, but when she's destroyed by a card effect, she doesn't come back.
And she's a level 4.
And she's a level 4, so you can exceed for her for like Master Key Beetle or Utopia or anything like that. And then you need to have field presence on this deck a lot. So I run, to keep field presence, 3 Pyramid Turtles. When they're destroyed, you can special summon a zombie type monster with 2,000 or less defense.
So it's like all of them, ain't it?
And
yeah, that's all of them.
So basically, you can summon all zombies, all vampires, because their defense are 1,200 and under.
It's kind of a zombie thing.
Yeah. And then that's what they're for field presence. So let's get to, now we're going to go on to the spell cards. First off, you gotta have, it's 3 Vampire Kingdoms. What they do is they give all zombie type monsters 500 attack during the damage step. So like when you get attacked or attacking, they gain some attack points. Also, since vampires send a lot of stuff from your opponent to the grave, once per turn when you do that, you can send another vampire from your deck or hand to the grave and then pop a card in your opponent's field. So like if you go With Vampire Duke, you can send a card from the deck to the grave. You can discard another Vampire to the grave and pop one of your opponent's cards so you can get over traps and such. Next, I really like this card. It's like their own Call of the Haunted without being equipped. I'm thinking about running 3 of them, but right now I'm just keeping it to 2. It's Book of Life. What it does is you can target a zombie type monster in your graveyard and one monster in your opponent's graveyard and banish the one from your opponent's and summon the zombie type of your choice from your grave so you can get rid of your opponent's cards while getting one of your own back. Next we have Call of the Mummy. I like this card because if you don't get like a level 4 vampire, since they're all zombies, you can play this and special summon a level 5 like Duke or Lord.
It's Valhalla.
Yeah, it's basically a Valhalla for
Zombies.
Yeah. And next is the staples, like staple spells like Dark Hole, Mystical Space Typhoon, 3 of those. I also run for like if you don't get a very good hand, I also run 1 Gold Sarcophagus, which, as you probably know, you can banish a card from your deck for 2 turns, then add it back to your hand. So that's what the spell cards I use. Now we're going to go on to the traps. Here's the Vampire Trap. It's the only one out right now. It's called Vampire Takeover. When you have no field spell and you control only face-up zombie monsters, your minimum amount is 1. You can activate it and gain play a Vampire Kingdom from your deck to the field and special summon 1 vampire monster from your graveyard in defense mode. So it's great for getting back monsters and getting your field spell out there. Next are just the staples traps. Like I run 2 Deep Priz, 1 Solemn Warning, 2 Mirror Forces, 2 Fiendish Chain, and 1 Boundless Treble. I also run 1 Breakthrough Skill, and I'm thinking about running 2, and if I do, I would definitely take out a Fiendish Chain for it. So if you do happen to have 2 Breakthrough Skills, only run 1 Fiendish Chain and run 2 Breakthrough. Next we're going to go on to my extra deck, because that's all my traps. First off is the Vampires Exceed Crimson Knight Vampire Bram. What he does is once per turn you can attach an overlay unit and take a monster from your opponent's graveyard and special summon on your side of the field. It's basically a Call of the Haunted for your opponent's graveyard. So, and also when he's destroyed, the second standby phase, after he's destroyed, he comes back in defense mode. And that's a reoccurring effect. So, after that, we got Audrius, Keeper of Armageddon. I definitely want to get another one of him and another one of Bram. And so, if I do, I'm going to definitely take out either my Night Path Operative or my Heraldry Crest that I have in here, because those aren't needed. I just didn't have
15 cards.
15 cards, so I put just them in a space filler. Next, I run, because you can only exceed with dark monsters with vampires, 3 Shark Fortress. They're good because while they're out, your opponent can only attack them. And also, by removing an overlay unit, you can target 1 other monster on your field and it gets to attack twice this battle phase. So they're really good for just stalling out your opponent and dealing damage. Next, that's all our rank 5s. I run 1 Vylon de Sigma. It's basically a Cataster, an XYZ Cataster. And so you detach an overlay unit, choose an attribute, equip a monster with that attribute from your opponent's side of the field to it, and then it becomes a Cataster for that attribute. So it's pretty good, and it gets 3 overlay units, so you can use it 3 times on 3 different monsters. Next, I run 2 number 39 Utopias, just for negating attacks if you're in a jam. And then I run 1 number 91 Thunderspark Dragon. He's basically a Dark Hole Like I said, if you get 3 overlays, he's good to have out there so you can blow up your field except him.
I mean, if you can get 5 overlay units, which is kind of impossible.
Well, you can
Blow everything up.
he can blow everything up except him. I mean, blow everything on your opponent's side of the field and not have to worry about him.
Yeah.
So next, I would probably play 2 of these and take out Photon Path Operative, but it's number 66, Master Key Beetle. He's basically a safe zone monster. You can attach material, target a monster, and a card, and it is safe zone as long as he's out. And also, if he would be destroyed, you can take one of the cards he targeted with his effect and destroy it and send it to him. I never do that. I just let them kill him, but do what you need to do. So next, you got, just for space filler, number 69 and Night Path Operative. Like I said, if you can, take out 1 for Bram and 1 for an Audrius. Next, I like using these cards because they're really good. Obviously, you have Photon Path Operative for stuff like Ghost Tricks, where you can flip them face up and reduce their attack points, then finish them off. And then I got Staple, Exceed, got Cowboy. He basically, when he's in attack mode, drains 1,000 attack for an opponent's monster, and then deals 800 if he's in defense.
He's a win condition.
Yeah, he's a win condition. And then I really like this guy in this deck because he's pretty good. He's called number 104, Masquerade. Basically, during either player's turn, you can detach 1 material from him and negate the activation of the effect of your monster and inflict 800 points damage. But the main reason I use him is because of his last effect, because once per turn, you can send the top card of your opponent's deck to the graveyard, which activates Kingdom to destroy stuff. So that's my deck, and I hope you try it out. It's pretty good, and it's a lot of fun because it annoys the shit out of your opponents. So that's the main reason I run it, because everybody gets frustrated. So that's my deck, and I hope you enjoy.
Thanks guys, like and subscribe to our channel.